Let me ask you all a question. What do all these folks have in common, besides the obvious? I'll tell you. They all claim to channel beings from other worlds, whether it's the Palladians, or the Arturians, or Star Friends, or the Federation of Light. As a shaman in a very ancient Japanese tradition, I can tell you that there's definitely something going on. However, it's not what these folks think. Folklore explains that nothing is ever what it seems, and it's always the foolish who fall foul first. But I'm not blaming anyone either. The issue is, and why you may have noticed that the people who I looked and researched as the channelers with the highest followings came up looking a certain way. And that's because in European traditions, the shamanic traditions were destroyed a long time ago. And because they're gone, people feel fragmented. They may have always had extrasensory perception, and their parents may have tried to suppress it. So when a New Age psychic tells them that they're right about everything and all their experiences are true, which these folks have their own problems also, they want to embrace it because it's all that they have to fill up that hole, even though in reality they're doing more harm to themselves and others than they can ever imagine. But here's the thing about traditional practice that people don't expect, whether they're Native, First Nation, or Asian, or a form of Buddhism, even African. This kind of shamanic technique has been refined over 1,000, 2,000 years and passed on from generation to generation with a series of set of rules of things that you do and do not do, all overseen by elders. And there's a reason why none of these folks who are in these traditions talk about a Federation of Light or any of this other stuff. Take a look at this clip.
E alienígena não tem.
Como?
Alienígena.
Ela diz? O que é?
Nunca, essa palavra você nunca ouviu falar? Alienígena.
Alienista, não. Isso chama-se Maio Shibu.
Isso aqui?
Sim.
Mancunawabu.
Mancunawabu.
Sério?
Mancunawabu. Mancunawabu é um que mora debaixo da terra.
É, eu falei, esse aí.
Que se virou formiga hoje, que nós chamamos Una. Que é uma formiga grande, chama-se Mancunawabu.
Que essa formiga também é muito perigosa, né, Boina? Se as pessoas ficam mexendo com ela demais, ela leva o espírito da pessoa para debaixo da terra também. Para voltar tem que ser um pajé bem bom.
São seres que pode aparecer em luz divina, com a luz do Nishipan. São seres que a gente pode ter o contato, que moram debaixo da terra.
The medicine man talks about how if people mess with these things, they will be taken, or fragments of their soul will, and only a very, very skilled shaman will or may attempt to try and get it back. Yet here we have people in the United States who don't know better, who don't have this type of guidance that I just showed you at their disposal. So they take whatever comes to them without being able to get any good, credible advice. Some of you may have watched that and thought, well, I don't mess with the gray ones. But here's the thing, too. These Palladians, they have roots in the Third Reich. The Nazis were obsessed with finding what people describe the Palladians as in relation to Atlantis. And it just sort of carried over. So it doesn't even come from a clean place in the first place. And this isn't my theory. You can look it up and research it yourself. Yet, no one in these circles are really willing to learn anything. And they aren't willing to put in the time it takes to develop some real ability. Everyone is capable. And these traditions, even though they're not Eurocentric, they're very open, even more so than you would think they are. And people are very generous and they will teach you. But the issue is, people aren't willing to learn. So, I mentioned before that there is definitely something going on. What is it? Well, first of all, it's a bit of a honeypot. The beings that people think that they're in contact with, they're actually the gray ETs or a host of other things. And at the end of the day, when you think about it, and none of these folks can do anything other than talk. They talk, and talk. And as someone who has encountered many spirits in my life, they don't do that. No benevolent spirit will sit on a stage inside of a human body and answer questions or repeat stuff that has been written 1,000 times before in a million self-help books. Yet people are still buying into it, becoming even obsessed, and to the point where it's almost cult-like. So anyway, that is just my 2 cents on the matter. There's lots of stuff to learn. It's just a matter of willingness and wanting to put in the effort to connect to it. Because I'll tell you another thing. Real teachers, they aren't getting paid near as much for some of these ridiculous workshop prices on how to channel or how to heal or with star friends or other unverified entities. This is what the Gnostics would call, actually, unverified gnosis. My advice is to open your mind a little bit. Stop believing that everything in the universe has your highest good in mind. Take a look at the world that we live in now and all the chaos. Think of it, rather than being a test, as a mirror that reflects into the physical world. So if someone's saying that they are in contact with helper entities, because that is never been a thing before, why is it a thing now, and what purpose does it have? That's the kind of question that you always have to ask yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I do nightly purifications. They're free. I do them right here on this channel. I hope I see you there. If you appreciate content like this, where it's honest and not necessarily popular, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I hope I see you next time. And yes, if you've ever had any experiences or ever felt weird about any of these things despite having some type of higher level of perception, leave me a message in the comments and I will be sure to answer. Take care of yourself and those around you.